Alright, Star Wars Rebel fans. So if you've come here for Star Wars and you've come here for Rebels, then you've come to the right place. Because here is the Rebel kind of, I don't know what you call these. Rebels? Rebels. The Rebel Rebels. So, I love a bit of army building, as you know. And here is the sort of the army bits that I've built up so far. Now, I'm a little bit kind of not a massive fan of this trooper in the terms of that they don't really look that good. In fact, they look a little bit ridiculous. And the kind of the scenes that they're from, as an adult perspective, as a child, it was just like, whoa, shooting, blasting, action, yeah. But then, like, as a dictated, I can never say that bloody word, depicted on the back of these packets, here we go. Let's get a little bit closer, just so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. Here we have this guy who's supposed to be the guy in the packet, because that's his picture on the front. So I'm assuming that's supposed to be the guy in the packet. Now, height and all the rest of it, which is a bit redundant for an army builder, because obviously they're not necessarily for all they're going to be the same figure. They're not all necessarily, unless you have to be that height to be one of these people. Although, judging by that, that's clearly not right. Now, is it just me, or do they both have their eyes closed? Especially the guy that, look at that guy, and he's using his flipping, his scope as well. Look, they're both using the scope to shoot at stormtroopers who individually come through an open door. Now, there's 4 of them lined up there. You're telling me 4 of them couldn't shoot one stormtrooper? They only attacked. Now, they may have attacked at multiple levels on the ship, but the way it kind of sort of is thingied in the film is that they only came in one door. I can't believe that they got overrun. I mean, you know, it just kind of baffles beyond belief. But, you know, obviously that's the movies for you. They've got to kind of make the story up somehow. So anyway, that aside, the fact that they've just got these ridiculous helmets on is a bit silly. But army buildings, and figures is figures. So we'll get them cracked open and we'll have a look. This one is permanently in I'm being choked position. I want to kind of see how he looks out the packet, not in that kind of choked position. It's kind of got a little bit of cum face as well, hasn't it? So a little bit awkward maybe. But I'll just leave that with you for a little while, just to, you know, bask in the ambience of Captain Antilles just before he pops his clogs. Just to build anticipation a little bit more, because I'm like that, you know. You have here the Rebel Trooper and the Rebel Flight Trooper. Now then, the difference between that is that this guy stands and fights, and this guy runs away. You do see some of them running away in the film. These are the running away version. He's sort of stood in the middle before he dies, kind of saying, "Don't run away!" So now you know. Now then, do I shoot this stormtrooper or do I wait till Gary and Steve shoot him before me? Run for your life! Run for your life! Woo! Run for your life! Come back! So let's have a little closer look at the action figures. Here is the flippin' Captain Antilles. And doesn't he look spiffin'? He looks pretty spiffin'. He has the kind of that articulation that a lot of Star Wars figures have from back when articulated figures had that thing going on type of thing. That makes sense to some people, I bet. He also has a removable helmet, which is nice. I do like a removable helmet. There you are. He's got rather nice hair, hasn't he? Look at my lovely hair. My mother would be proud of it. And a nice blaster, too. A blaster by my side. He looks a bit like Tintin, actually, now that I think about it. He looks also a lot younger than the person who usually getting choked in the film. Maybe that's just what action figures are all about. I wonder how he'll look with his helmet on the other way, since it's removable. Let's sort of... Oh, that's cool. See, now, if they did them like that in the movie, that would have been awesome. Look at that. Look at me. I'm a duck-bill platypus. So put him in the back there. For now, we'll leave you alone now, pet. You're all right. Now then, again, because this guy's got the kind of knee articulation that this guy has an elbow articulation, you can kind of put him in nearly down positions, but you do have to do some kind of strange yoga-esque thing which will not do his hingy joints much good in the future, to the point where literally every figure of these in the future will look like that. Not through choice, just through overly usage of flippity-floppity swivelly giants. Now this helmet did look removable, but it's not, but I do like the shininess of it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any kind of articulation apart from his shoulders in the arms. It kind of reminds me of that 90s Action Man where you press a lever on his back and he just kind of went, yeah. That one. If you know what I'm talking about, that one. And then the two running away, Gary and Steve. There we are now. Gary and Steve, why would you give the two guys who run away the best arsenal? Look at that. They're armed to the teeth. Flipping amazing stuff. And look at them, they're like, yeah, let's run away and go to the gym. Hulkamania, dude. So there you are. That's the Rebels, Fleet and normal troopers. Let's just say whoever was in charge of ordering the uniforms needs sacking. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all later on.